Good day everyone, my name is Zena Sweet and today I'll be speaking on 10 reasons why women cheat. Oh yeah, you heard it right. Now let's talk about the reasons women cheat. Number 1, dissatisfaction in relationship. This can be seen as the underlying theme of the majority of motivation for infidelity. Dissatisfaction is where it starts. People justify this by saying, "We're in a bad patch," she continues. Then the opportunity arises from one person, and instead of stopping things before they start, they justify crossing a boundary with, "My partner doesn't care anyway." It's completely innocent. For every relationship boundary crossed, the person has to justify their behavior to themselves first. Then they are able to compartmentalize the actions. Not finding satisfaction in a current relationship can trigger someone to seek that satisfaction elsewhere or even use the act of cheating, whether consciously or unconsciously, as a catalyst to end their current relationship. Number 2, low self-esteem. When a woman is struggling with low self-worth, it may spur them to look to external sources for the attention and validation that they and their partner are unable to create and sustain. Low self-esteem starts out looking like, "Why would anyone find me attractive?" Then when someone starts to show that attention, it feels really good. A woman who cheats may rely on affairs to provide them with proof of their value or desirability. When one fling ends, it may cause them to feel neglected or worthless, so they pursue a new romantic interest and the circle continues. Number 3, emotional starvation. While studies suggest that men who cheat are primarily motivated by sex, women who cheat tend to do so to feel an emotional need. And in the case of an emotional affair, sex isn't part of the equation at all. Whether the affair is physical or emotional in nature, a woman may cheat because they crave conversation, empathy, respect, devotion, adoration, empathy, support, or some other connection that's lacking in their current relationship. Some people convince themselves emotional is not a real affair. However, most sexual ones start emotional. I find it pretty rare to have an only sexual affair without some emotions because they usually start as friends. That's how you start crossing boundaries and justify the behavior. Number 4, anger or retribution. Some women enter into a relationship with an idealized image of how their spouse should behave. When the partner falls short of expectations and can't meet their every need and desire, it can create a divide in the relationship that provides the impetus to stray. Some women may resent their partner for another reason, such as a partner's past affair, and use their own infidelity as retaliation. Number 5, lack of excitement. You've likely heard of the term serial cheaters. People who cheat for the thrill of it. They may love their spouse but yearn for those endorphin-fueled interactions that make a new relationship so exciting. I think as a society, we don't honestly address how boring work and family life can be at times. I was recently watching the show Good Girls and they tune to street crimes. It's addressing the same thing, boredom. I feel people are more likely to cheat than to get involved in crimes. But it's the same premise. In fact, a study at the affair dating website ashleymadison.com found that 67% of heterosexual married women who cheat sought out romantic passion. Yet, 100% of the women denied any intention of leaving their husbands. Some even stated their overt love for their husbands, painting them in a positive light. Number 6, sexual deprivation. Don't forget, we are speaking on some of the reasons women cheat. Sexual deprivation. Try as we might to keep the spark alive, the excitement that accompanies a new relationship only lasts so long. Predictability and familiarity will eventually overtake the quality and frequency of sex. It's not surprising then that some women who cheat are missing those thrills or marks of a relationship beginning stages, when passion and intrigue have yet to give way to routine. In fact, there's an assertion that this is historically one of the motivators behind male-centric infidelity. It might have been an expectation that at a certain point, sex was not a big part of marriage, so cheating was a necessary evil. Number 7, loneliness. A woman who cheats may have a partner who works long hours, leaving them home with the kids all day. Perhaps they find themselves in the stage in life when it's harder to make friends, or maybe their spouse is contending with a chronic illness. Whatever the reason, loneliness or feelings of isolation and disengagement can provide the perfect ingredients for an affair. They feel lonely and someone else starts meeting their unmet needs. Number 8, midlife crisis. Why midlife crisis generally affect people between the ages of 35 and 60? The event has less to do with age than extenuating circumstances. Major life events such as the death of a parent or a milestone birthday may trigger a midlife crisis in a woman, causing them to wrestle with the burden of greatness. That is the sociocultural expectation that women can and should have it all: a successful career, a loving partner, adoring children, and so on. People think, I only have so much time left. What am I doing with my life? A woman may act out of character as she attempts to realize her potential and make up for lost time. Number 9, opportunity. Few acts of infidelity are premeditated, but rather a result of an unexpected opportunity. They feel down and another person in a similar boat crosses their path. They start commiserating and then it moves on from there. People in this situation usually can't explain the reason behind their infidelity. It sort of just happens, even though really there are specific moments of truth that can make or break the potential affair. Similar opportunity exists in the digital realm too. Social media, dating apps, and texting have revolutionized the ease at which we can connect with each other, sometimes serving as a springboard for affairs, even if the interaction starts innocently. Number 10, numbing difficult feelings. People can develop a wide variety of coping mechanisms to deal with difficult emotions, sometimes choosing strategies that have emotional numbing effect as an easier option than facing them. Sex, drugs, alcohol, and other addiction or compulsive behavior are just a few examples. They take an affair as an escape from reality. When women struggle to be honest about what they want with their partners and instead seek out a fantasy world that not only numbs but creates an amazing to the system, there's an adrenaline rush to cheating. The first way to proceed here is raw honesty between the partners about what they want and need to be happy. The more real and honest, the more they will start to be authentic and feel their feelings again. Well, that's where I'll be drawing my curtain close for today. Until then, I remain your humble Zeno Sweet. Bye-bye.